Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Whit. In today's video, we are actually going to play Paralives. Yes, you heard that right. We are finally able to play Paralives. It's in our hands now. It has been a long time coming. I and other players have been waiting for this game for about 6 or 7 years now. And I have followed this game pretty closely on social media, and I have been so excited for its release. Now, just to note, this game is in early access, and it will be for the next, I believe, 2 years. So there will be some features that might be missing, and we will experience bugs and glitches. But that doesn't mean this game still can't be enjoyable. But let's go ahead and start a new game so I can show you the Paramaker. Okay, we're here on the train, and this is the tutorial section. So it's wanting us to move our cameras around just so we can get used to all of the controls. Now we need to rotate our camera using the left mouse, and we need to zoom in and out using the mouse wheel. We now need to go to the next wagon, and we can do that by pressing the blue rectangle on the ground and go here. Then we will press the blue rectangle in this next train cart to go to the next blue rectangle. And here are all the families that you can play with in Paralives.
Mippy.
In this area, you can select a household that you want to play with, and it will bring up their family bio. Here you can edit in the Paramaker, or you can play with this household, and you can do this for each family that is in this train car. Or you can go down here and create a new household, which we are going to do so that I can show you the Paramaker. So here we are in the Paramaker. As you can see up here, we have some options like undo. We can save our household to the library. We can access our household library. We can change our household's bio. We can randomize this para or edit some relationships. And this thumbs up and thumbs down hand is so that you can send feedback or bug reports while in game. And we also have a help guide and other gaming options. In this little menu here, we can see our casual outfit, our formal outfit, our workout, and our sleep. As of right now, there are only 4 categories for outfits, but I'm pretty sure they'll expand on that in the future. If you click on an outfit category, you will see 3 dots at the bottom. If you click that, you can actually add more outfits for your para. Down here in the bottom right-hand corner, there is going to be a little ticket, and this is where you can place your para's first and last name. But if you don't want to give them a first and last name, you can click the 3 little dots for name details, and here you can select to just have a para's nickname, or maybe you want their first, middle, and last name, or maybe you want just their first name. So it's very customizable to what you want. I am going to keep it on first and last name, but I just wanted to show you that there are options to customize that. Down here we do have age, and we have several lifespans to pick from. We could be a baby, a toddler, a child, a preteen, a teen, a young adult, and of course an elder. But for today's video, I think I'm just going to stick with young adult, because I want to do kind of a rags to riches challenge. Underneath aging, you will see gender. You can pick from female, male, non-binary, and if you click the 3 dots, you can have some more advanced personalities. Like you can choose their pronouns, you can choose if this para can get pregnant or not, or if they can or cannot breastfeed. You can also set their jealousy in relationships. Maybe they get jealous when they see a partner kissing or get an intimate with someone else, or maybe seeing a partner just do any physical contact with someone else, they'll get jealous, or maybe they just don't get jealous at all. Underneath gender, you will see 4 options for voices. We have smooth,
Boca. Ah, se vopino.
we have rough,
Puka.
mellow, and silky.
Hoopy.
Okay, now moving on to the left side of the screen. This is going to be where you create everything about your para. So first up, we have appearance. So underneath appearance, we can edit the body, and you will see once you click the body, there are so many options that pop up. We have different sliders where you can change the head, or you can change the shoulders. You can literally do so much. If you want to edit any part of your para, you can do it here. You can also change their heights as well. For this video purpose, just to make it go quickly, I am just going to use the presets. We can dive into this whole system over here, but it is really in depth and I just don't really have the time to do that today. So I'm just going to focus on presets, but I did want to let you know that there is options where you can customize literally every aspect of this para. And so over here under the body section, we have skin details, body hair, chest shape, and bottom shape, and you can actually mix and match all of these. So it literally is endless to what you want to create. Okay, let's go ahead and start with skin color, and we have all of these wonderful options to choose from. But if you are not seeing the skin color that you want, you can always click this plus icon and you can use this color wheel to change the color of your para. If you're still not happy with what the skin is looking like, you can click this advanced mode and it will open everything for the skin. Maybe you want the skin to be red and you can add highlights. Maybe you want them blue. You can add shadows. Maybe you want them green. You can add natural blush. Maybe you want that yellow, or lip color. Maybe you want that, I don't know, orange, or the palms of your hand. Maybe you want those kind of blue. You can literally customize every aspect of your para's skin details. But I'm not going to do that. That's way too much for me. So I'm just going to pick one of the preset skin details here, and I'm going to go with that one. Down here we have body presets. So I'm going to pick a body that I like. I think I like this first one. Next, let's move on to skin details. Here we have moles, scars, freckles, acne, and birthmarks. And underneath a section, so let's say moles, I want to give her a mole on her left arm. You just click the left arm. And you can also change the color of this mole. Maybe I want the mole, I don't know, purple. You could do that. If you want to delete color swatch options that you've created, maybe you don't need them more or you accidentally duplicated them, you can always just right click on the swatch you don't want and either edit it, duplicate it, or delete it. And I'm just going to delete it because I don't want a purple mole swatch on my para. But anyways, so I want to give her some freckles on her left arm and on her right arm, maybe some freckles as well on her face. I want to give her some freckles. I don't think I want anything else. Okay, now we're going to move on to scars. So they do have some little, I guess, stretch marks on the booty area, and they have, I think that's a scar on the chest area. And of course, you can change the colors of these as well. We have some body freckles, and you can actually layer everything. So if I wanted every single mole and freckle and scars and freckles and birthmarks, you can literally add it all. And you can actually move these moles and birthmarks around, adjust their size, make them smaller and larger, and even rotate them. But I don't want my para to have every single skin detail, so I'm just gonna uncheck these. But I just wanted to show you that you can literally layer everything, like so much. But I do want this para to have some freckles. And let's move on to body hair. So in body hair, you can add facial hair, your torso hair, arm hair, and leg hair. And you can choose whether it matches the color of your hair or not. Since this is a female para, I don't need the mustache area or the torso. And I think I'll just give her maybe some light arm hair because we have arm hair, you know, and I'll not give her leg hair. I already set her chest preset and her bottom preset as well. So let's move on to the face. Once again, you'll see a new menu pop up, and this is so you can customize every aspect of this Para's face. I'm not going to get into all that. Like I said, that's just too overwhelming and intimidating for me, but it's there for players who like to really get in there and create the para that they want. But I'm going to focus on the presets. It's just easier for me and honestly quicker for making this video. So for eyes, I think I want to give her maybe some green eyes, and I kind of already like the shape of her eyes, so I'm going to keep it. But we have other eye presets here as well. If you want a more in-depth look at the Paramaker, I can do that in a future video. I just want to do this as quickly as possible because I want to focus on gameplay. Paralives is really strong in their Paramaker and their build mode, but I want to see how strong it is in the gameplay. And even after playing for 5 or 6 hours yesterday, I still didn't even touch everything. So that's kind of where I want to focus, is the gameplay area, because that's what I enjoy most. So I am going to choose some different eyebrows for her, and you can choose the size of her eyelashes as well. I'm going to give her some thick, juicy eyelashes. You can change the highlight of her eye. I'm just going to keep it how it was, and you can add dark circles. So I think I'm going to add maybe just some little wrinkles underneath the eye. You can adjust the nose preset, and those can be everything from the nose bridge preset to even the nose tip. But she looks like she has a cute little nose already, so I'm just going to leave that as it is. Underneath the mouth preset, we have several different lip options, and so we can just pick whichever one works for us. Up here, you will see a teeth icon, and this is where you can change your Para's teeth. But right now, you cannot see what the teeth look like on the Para, so I hope they change this in the future. But there are a couple of options to choose from. I'm just going to leave it on the default. That is fine. For facial structure, you can pick the Para's ears. Let me see if I can take her hair off so you can see. You can change the Para's ears. There are 4 different options. You can change their forehead preset, as well as their jawline, their chin. Maybe they have a little booty chin like I do. And you can change their cheek. Down here, we already went through this, but they have facial hair, so you can add mustaches and goatees and beards and long beards. And I already showed you the skin detail area, but this is where you will add all the moles and freckles and scars and more freckles and acne. But I like how she's looking so far, so I'm just gonna leave her like that. Next, we have hair, and here for some reason the icons are not showing up, but they were yesterday when I was playing. But you can pick several different hairstyles, and if you're not seeing something you want, just like the skin detail, you can press the little plus sign and it will bring up the hair color, where you can color the hair a certain color, the tips a different color, and maybe the roots a different color. But I think I'm gonna go with, I don't know, I kind of like this bubblegum look on her, so I'm gonna go with that. And actually, this hairstyle isn't that bad. I do want her to have long hair, so let me look and see if there's any other ones that I like. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's cute too. Okay, let's see. What other hairstyles do I like? Ooh, that's a long hair. I think I liked that first one. I think I'm going to go with that. You can also add head coverings to your Para as well. And of course, down here it has the option once again to take you back to the facial hair. So I do like in different menus, it takes you back to other places, just in case you forget. Next up is makeup. So as you imagine, you would have eyeshadows, and you can layer all of them if you wanted. I'm not going to do that, but it's there if you want to. So let me see if I want to add any. I think I might add this, and maybe I want to make it blue to match the tips of her hair. You can add eyeliner, and there's several options to choose from as well. I think I'm going to add those little hearts. I think those are cute. Yeah, let's do those little hearts. Next, you can do the lipstick, and there are several options to choose from. And I think I'm going to do this glossy one. Which glossy one do I like? I kind of like that one. And maybe I want to match the blue. So if I want to match the blue or the pink, no, let's do the pink. I'm going to go to hair and I'm going to click this plus sign on hair color. And for the hair option, I'm going to copy that color code. I'm going to go back to my makeup and to where my lipstick was. And I'm going to click the change color option, click the plus, and I'm going to paste that color swatch there and hit enter. And that should change the Para's lips if I did it correctly. There we go. Now, I'm not saying that's what I want, but I just wanted to show you that it is an option. And I don't like that on her, so I'm just going to right click and I'm just going to delete it. And we'll just go through the options that are already preset here. And what do I like? I want something, I think, pale. Maybe this. And we can turn it down a little bit. Yeah, I think that's okay. We have different blush types. And of course, you can layer all of them. I think I'm going to give her this little one that goes across her nose and underneath her cheeks. I think that's really cute. And we also have full face makeup. So you can add some like stitching. Maybe you're trying to make Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. Or maybe you want to add a face mask to your para, or sunblock, or be a clown. I don't know, but it's there for you to choose from. Next is tattoos. So this, I'm hoping they really add more. There's just not a lot of options here, but it's a great start. And you can once again layer everything if you wanted to. But at least we have tattoos in the base game, so they'll be able to expand on it. But I do want to give her a tattoo, and I think this leaf one, not the leaf one, this flower one would be really cute. You can change the color of the tattoo. Maybe you want it a little bit lighter or blue or black or a darker black. You can change that. You can change the opacity of it as well. Or once again, like everything in this game, you can change the ink color to be whatever you want. But I'm going to leave it how it is. You can also edit the placement of this tattoo if you click the little arrows here, and you can move it on the body. You can size it up or down, and you can rotate it however you want. I am just going to keep it how it is because I think it looks good on her. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to move it just a little bit so it's more centered on her arm. There we go. Okay, now that we're done with creating her appearance, let's move on to her clothing. And here we have head and face accessories, and we have headwear, we have glasses, we have jewelry, and we have medical wearables. And so this will include your hearing aids or even a face mask. But let's go back to headwear, and we have several options to choose from. Like I said, if you want to see more Paramaker, then let me know and we will do that. They even have silly stuff like a horse mask or a pumpkin head if you want that, or even a ski mask. They do also have several different glasses options to choose from as well. And for jewelry, they have several different earrings to choose from. And they also have the option to change what side the jewelry is on. So let's say you only want this earring on the right side of the para. You can do that. You see it's on her right ear, but not on the left. Maybe you want it on her left ear and not her right. You can do that. Or maybe you want it on both sides of her ear. You can do that as well. So everything is truly customizable. Let's move on. I'm going to spend too much time in here. We also have piercings, and these are going to be face piercings. So let's see if I want to add any of these face piercings. I don't think I do, but the option is here if you do. Let's check out necklaces. I might do my necklace after I do my outfit so I can see what I want to wear. So let's go to tops. So outfits are split up into tops, pants, and full body outfits. So let's see what we can create. I do love this strawberry shirt and this one. This is my favorite. A little Renaissance girly here. But let's dress her and see what I want her to wear. I think I'm just going to go with this strawberry outfit. I think it's so cute. Let's move on to bottoms. And I kind of like the bottoms she's already in. But let me check out other options. Yeah, I like the option she was already in. So I'm going to go with that. Now let's give her some shoes. And I think I'm just going to give her some sandals. So that's one outfit done. Maybe I want to put her in a skirt. Yeah, maybe I'll put her in that. Okay, I want to add another outfit for her. Let's add jewelry first. We can add socks. We can add tights, gloves, jewelry. So what kind of jewelry do I want to give her for this outfit? Oh, I like the little key. Oh, but those are nice too. Okay, I think I'm going to go with the little pearls. Okay, and I'm going to create another outfit for her. And this is going to be a full body outfit. So let's see what we have to give her for full bodies. Whoa. Oh, that dress is beautiful. Oh, that's cute. And we have a cow. Okay, so what do I want her to wear? I want her to wear something full body. That's kind of cute. And we have different options that we can layer. I think I'm going to go with this dress. And we'll make it blue to match the tips of her hair. And for shoes, let's go with some flats. And we'll just make them white. And for the jewelry, we will change it to maybe some white pearls. And now we have two outfits. We have the dress outfit and we have this one. Now let's move on to formal. And I'm just going to quickly go through this just so we can get out of the Paramaker. And I think I'm just going to give her this braided hairstyle for her formal outfit. Okay, moving on to athletic. I'm going to change her hair here once again. And I'm going to give her some of these braids. And I'm going to change her outfit. Okay, there's her athletic wear. Just like you can do the earrings on the left side, right side, or both, you can do the same for the socks as well. I'm going to give her some little white socks. There we go. And shoes are going to be, let's do blue shoes. I want to give her a pink top to match her hair. So let me click on this. Do I have the color skew again? Yes, I do. Okay. Well, maybe I want the shoes to be the pink color. Let's do the shoes the pink color. There we go. And let's make her top the blue of the tips of her hair. How does that look? Okay, that looks better. That looks a little better. But do I like that more? I think I'm going to go with all pink. I think. Let's do that. Okay, we'll choose another option and we'll do this one blue. So let's give her a blue top. There we go. And we'll change her bottoms to maybe white. Yeah, let's change her bottoms to white and we'll do her shoes blue as well. Okay, next is the sleep outfit. We'll give her a little strawberry outfit. And we'll give her a different kind of outfit. Let's do the blue and then let's get the pink from her hair. There we go. Now we'll give her a bottom and we'll make it the same color. Maybe she has a matching underwear set. And there is her little strawberry set for her sleepwear. Okay, now that we're done creating her, let me give her a different hairstyle. She should have long hair with bang. There we go. Okay, now that we are done creating her and all of her lovely outfits, I probably could have done better, but I really don't care. Now let's go to her personality. So for personality, you are allowed 7 points and you can choose how you spend these 7 points any way that you want. But for this para, I think I'm going to have her pretty level-headed. So her creativity is in the medium, her charisma is in the medium, her mind's in the medium, and her physique is low. Now we get to pick her vibe, and she can be overjoyed, gloomy, energetic, serious, or a jester. And I think I'm going to make her either energetic or overjoyed. Let's see, energetic. Energetic para folks are very active and often have an energy surplus that allows them to do more within their day. They thrive the most when they can use this extra energy. Or overjoyed, which is para folks get happy easily and like to spread joy around. They thrive the most when they are happy. Let's do energetic. I think that will help us for our rags to riches aspect of this gameplay. Now we get to choose her social perk, and we have good at being alone, good at making friends, good at taking care of others, good at romantic relationships, and good at cooperating. I'm going to do good at romantic relationships. This means that para folks with this social perk love having some romance in their lives. They have more success when flirting and get more interesting flirting prompts. So let's go ahead and do that. Next up, we have her talent. And she can be a jack of all trades, have a music talent, fitness, food, technology, art, or be good at nothing. Let's make her a foodie. I want her to be interested in food. Next up, we can choose her lifestyle. So we can pick if we want her to be a vegetarian or not. We can pick her sleeping habits, and we can have her be normal, an early bird, or a night owl. I'm going to choose a early bird. And we have her cleaning habits. She could be normal, sloppy, or neat. Just for gameplay purposes, I am going to do sloppy. She can be sloppy, just so we can see how that works. And now we need to give her a name. I'm not sure what to name her. I think I'm just going to call her Bella Rose. I don't know. If you have a better name for her, let me know. But yeah, this is going to be Bella. And now we're done creating our para. So we can go ahead and save this household to my library. There we go. Save it to my library. And there she is. As you can see, I already created another family. This is the Paralives family. And this is inspired by my family, my in real life family. So that's me, my husband, and my son. But I don't want to play with them today. That's just for my own personal gameplay. But yeah, here is Bella Rose. Let's go ahead and play. Now that we are done creating our para, we will now continue the tutorial. And this is where it's going to show us that these little pop-ups are actually our para's emotion. So let's go ahead and pick a reaction. She can eat a snack, make 200 peridimes, or buy a new computer. But for this tutorial, it wants us to eat a snack, so we'll click that. And since that is an active want of hers, it will appear at this top bar. You can have the option to delete it or pin this want if you wish. So let's go ahead and click OK. Now we need to select Bella and the train conductor. And to do this, you can just left click and drag, and it will select both of them. Then we need to click on the blue rectangle in the next box and click go here. Once you go here, they will begin talking, and you will see down here that their conversation bar has filled up and there is a exclamation point. If you click that, different topics will appear that these two paras can talk about. Maybe she wants to flirt with the conductor, ask if running laps on the train is allowed, or say a generic hello. Since she is a flirty para, I'm going to click flirt with the conductor. And we can now select a target, and that is going to be the conductor. And now she is flirting with the conductor, and she is actually feeling flirty down here, if you can see that. Next, it is going over our para's needs, and depending on what personality you picked for your para will have different needs than mine. But in general, the needs are hunger, sleep, bathroom, and hygiene. So since she is feeling a little hungry, there is some food over here on the table, so we will click that and click eat. She will walk towards the food and grab some, as well as the conductor, since they are in a group. Now, the final part of this tutorial is picking our story mode. And there are 3 story modes to choose from. The first and easiest story mode is the dog, which is Stella. And this story mode will protect your para folks from life's lowest lows and make for a less challenging gameplay experience. So think of this as easy mode. This option is normal mode, a storyteller that provides a fair and balanced gameplay experience. He, on the other hand, is more of the hard mode, and he will bring more challenges in your para folks' daily life. So I think I'm going to go, let's go hard. And if you decide you want to change your story mode in the future, you can do that during gameplay, so you're not just stuck with one option. It looks like our together bar has filled up again, so let's pick a new conversation topic. And the conductor is saying, it seems like there's an issue with the train. Is anyone here a mechanic? Of course, you can lie and say yes, or she can say no. She's gonna say no. She's not a mechanic. And now the train is arriving at the train station, and you're getting your first look at the town. Okay, now that we have arrived at the train station, you will now be able to purchase a house. And you can choose from a pre-built lot, or you can pick a empty lot if you wish. For ease of gameplay, just so I can get into playing, I'm just going to pick one of the pre-built homes, and I think I'm going to go with this one in the town square that is for 28,000 peridimes. So let's go ahead and purchase this. We will only have 1,527 peridimes left, so let's go ahead and say yes, that is fine. And we now have our home. This game really thrives in the Paramaker and the build mode, and I'm sure we will build at some point, but like I said, I want to get into the rags to riches part of it, so I just wanted something that was pre-built. But this is her home. It's all the way here on the 3rd floor. She has a nice little kitchen area, a couch, a desk and TV, a dining table, and upstairs she has her bedroom and a little bathroom. I do want to go ahead and update some of the colors of her furniture just so it maybe fits her personality more. All right, I went ahead and spent all of our money that we have, and we now have 1 peridime left. And I just changed some of the color swatches just to match her personality a little bit more. So just giving the apartment some more pink and blue options. And I forgot to change that counter, so let me do that. There we go. So now that we are officially broke with only 1 peridime in our account, let's see how easy it is to go from rags to riches. And I do know that you can start a household with 0 funds and actually build your way up from completely scratch. So we might want to do that as well in a different gameplay. But for this one, I wanted to at least start in an apartment. So let's go ahead. I see there is something over here to collect. So let's go ahead and collect that. This game does add a museum feature. So you can actually donate to the museum. And when you visit the museum, the items that you donate will actually appear in the museum as you donate them. So I absolutely love that little aspect of it. It does look like this vending machine is broken, and we can actually take a free snack, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not hungry yet. It looks like there are some more mushrooms here to collect, and there's also some para folks up here. So let's go ahead and chat to Sophia. Let's see if we can't get to know some of our paras. Oh, I made her short. I forgot to adjust her height. Oh my gosh. See, she is so short. I even showed you guys the height slider, and I guess I just completely forgot to put it back up. I did not want her to be this short, but she's a short little queen. So we do have a goal over here, and that is to get settled into our home. It does want me to find a job, place decorative items in our home, and cook a meal. I already did place decorative items in our home when I remodeled it quickly, but I don't think I want to find a job yet. But I will eventually cook a meal. So now that they have been talking for a while, their bar is filled. So let's go ahead and introduce ourselves as new in town to Sophia. They did get a a happiness boost, and we can now pick a reaction for happy. So we can pick become acquaintance with someone, level up our food knowledge, improve 3 different skills, or become friends with Roberto or flirt with him. I think since we are a foodie, I want to level up our food knowledge. I think that would be a good place to start. And like I said earlier, depending on what para you make will determine what skills they have. And as you can see, she has a bonus skill, and this is her energy surplus since she is a energetic para. All right, we have been talking for some time, so we have another interactive card, and we can share energy with the world. We can share a romantic weekend idea or ask to be left alone. I'm going to do the share energy with the world, and then after this, we're going to start looking around the world to see if we can't find more collectibles. She is feeling sad, and she wants to watch TV for 2 hours. I'm not sure why she's feeling sad, but she's also feeling inspired, and she wants to buy an item from the decor category. So maybe we can do that and check out a shop in town. All right, let's go ahead and leave Sophia. We'll tell her bye, and let's check out the world for any more collectibles. I see there is a exclamation point down here on this board. So let's go ahead and click on the board, and we can look at daily requests from the townies. So let's have Bella come over here and see what we have for quests. Here comes Bella. And we have a quest where we have to get level 4 in piano. I am not going to accept that. I don't think piano will fit Bella, so I'm just going to ignore that. And maybe we can find a different quest another time. But since we're here, let's look around the train station and see if there's anything that we can collect. I don't think there is, but it's worth a shot looking at it. Ooh, someone has liar written out in front of their house. Ooh, drama. Let's see. There is a buried chest over here by the beach. So let's go ahead and go here and dig this up. And here she goes. She's running over there. Hopefully this gives us something good. And she's feeling really sad. I don't know if that conversation wasn't going too well. All right, she made it to the buried chest and she's digging it up. Let's see what we get. We found an industrial mold. So we can look at her inventory by clicking this box on the left-hand screen. And you can see she's found some mushrooms and this molded vase, I guess. Also over here, we have our Para's profile. What is she doing? Oh, she's doing some stargazing in the flowers. Oh, look at her. As she does that, we'll just go over this left side menu. So over here, we have our Para's personality profile. And this is where you'll see her physique, mind, creativity, and charisma, what vibes she has, her social perks, her talent, and her lifestyles, as well as her age. The exclamation point is our goals, and you can pin or unpin these. We have her inventory, which I just showed you. And down here, we have a collections, and we can click it and see our collections. And this is actually a stamp collection. And you will collect these by clicking on the stamps when your bills come in. The next is our social panel, and this shows all the paras that you know. And if you click on the para, it will show whether they're an acquaintance or a friend. Right now she has no friends, just acquaintances. And there is a purple box here that says this is an early access and more relationship labels are coming, and leveling them up will unlock more social interactions and together cards. So that is something fun to look forward to in the future. Next on the briefcase, we have occupation, and this will be where any job information is. But since she does not have a job, that is empty for us. Next is the little light bulb, and that is our skills, and this will show all of our skills. Since she is a foodie, she did start with a higher food skill, and that was at a level 3, but her cooking skill is only at a level 1. And down here are her thoughts, and that's basically just her wants down here. So yeah, that's kind of the brief overview of that. It is 1:50 p.m. and she is just lounging around. Since her need is so low, let's go ahead and go to the beach and let's sleep. Maybe that will help fill up her energy surplus. While on the beach, you can build a sandcastle or destroy a sandcastle. You can sit and lounge on these chairs or sleep on them. You can daydream on the ground, and there will also be collectibles that spawn on this beach. When I was playing in my other save, I noticed some gems here like amethyst, and there was also a big crate that appeared as well ever so often. So definitely check your beach if you're doing rags to riches and want to find some collectibles. So as she is sitting here, I am just going to go ahead and speed up the clock just so her energy fills up a little bit more. I may need to go home and actually do some cooking because it did say raising a skill will help that energy surplus, and she's kind of over it. So let's go ahead and go home. To go home, you can just click the little bed on her little profile picture and she will go directly to her home. There she goes up the stairs. I don't think we were far from home. Maybe we were. Oh yeah, we were kind of far from home. There's our home right there. I see it. Oh, I see a little exclamation point. So just like the bulletin board that we went to earlier, you'll see some paras walking around that have exclamation points above their heads. And that's just because they have quests for you. And you can choose to accept them or not. So maybe we'll look for some more para folks tomorrow or once her energy bar is filled, so we can see if there's anything else we can do. So it looks like she is home. Let's go ahead and do some cooking. So let's go here, please. We will click on our fridge and let's go ahead. We have the option to eat a snack, which we can eat an apple. We can cook, or we can eat an energy bar. She has a want to eat a snack. So let's go ahead and eat a snack so we can get rid of that want. And that filled her up a little bit. And now that she is done eating her apple, let's see what a energy bar will do for her energy. All right, she is eating the energy bar now, and it is actually giving her energy surplus a little bit of a boost. So that is good to know. And she's actually feeling happy again. So now she wants to improve 3 different skills for 30 minutes each. So let's go ahead and click that. And we'll get her to go ahead and cook a meal. Maybe she can cook, she has level 1 food unlocked. And these have a high amount of success. They're 100%. She has level 2 food dishes unlocked at 100% success rate as well. But as we get into the level 3 and 5s, you can see the success rate of her actually successfully cooking this dish are lowered. So the level 3 is only at 83% successful at cooking bagels with cream cheese. And for the club sandwich, it's actually only 43%. So if something has a low percentage, they probably have a higher risk of catching the kitchen on fire. So let's not do that. Let's go ahead and do some jam and toast, and we'll just make a single portion of that. Oh, she actually does not want to cook at all because as you can see right now, she's ignoring her hunger. So that is good. That is something that the paras will do sometimes. They'll ignore certain skills, which could be pretty helpful. So since she wants to ignore that, maybe we can learn about food since she wants to raise 3 different skills in 30 minutes. So maybe one of them can be food. And maybe the other could be music. And the final could be art. And maybe this will complete improving the 3 different skills for 30 minutes. So as you can see on the right side of the screen, there is a food bar that has appeared and it is increasing, showing that this skill is going up. Also in Paralives, we have newspapers. So here is the newspaper, and it says Mayor Gloomberg welcomes the Rose household and shares a list of activities to do around town. So we can accept that list. The Astronomy Club will observe a rare space phenomenon. Join them tonight at the Mountaintop Park. And we can click show that on the map. And we also have something else that says, please stop with your graffiti. Says Mayor Gloomberg. It's not very nice. So I do want to go ahead and accept this list of activities. So maybe it'll give us some more goals to do around town. And this is actually a good one because it is discover the town. We need to collect 5 gems, mushrooms, or artifacts. We need to make a donation to the museum, make a donation to the community center, buy something at a shop, and become acquaintances with 3 paras. So I'm going to go ahead and untrack this goal. That way this right side of the screen isn't too cluttered, but we can always find it over here in the goal section. And it looks like she is building skills. She finally learned about food for 30 minutes. So let's exit out of that. And now she can learn about music for 30 minutes. And as you can see, her want, it is going up each time she completes something. So now that she has completed 2 30-minute skills, now we're on the final one, and that is to learn about art. And this green bar on improve 3 different skills should completely fill up, which will also complete this want. Okay, she just fulfilled a want, and that was to improve the 3 different skills. And let's go ahead and get her off the computer because her bladder need is getting low. So let's head upstairs. We'll click on the toilet and we can use the toilet. And her energy surplus is still okay. She is feeling happy and we can pick a reaction. So let's see what we can do. She wants to become acquaintances with someone new. So let's go ahead and click that. Now she has 3 wants. She wants to level up her food knowledge. She wants to buy an item from the decor category. And she wants to become acquaintances with someone. So maybe we can just go outside and look around, and maybe there is some para folks walking around, or maybe not since it is 1 o'clock in the morning. Let's go ahead and run here. And maybe when we spawn outside of our house, more paras will start walking around. Oh, there's a mushroom here. Let's get that. What is this? Community Center Memorial. Look at the memorial. Oh, okay. Okay, where are you, Bella? Here she comes. Come on, girl. Get those mushrooms. Okay, over here, I see some mushrooms. And some more mushrooms. Let's go ahead and click that. And right here is the community center. So here you can donate different items. To donate, you will click on one of these 4 books, and each book is a different item that you need to collect. So this one over here, let's go ahead and click make a donation. And as you can see, this is the art donation bundle. So you will need to donate a canvas that is greater than 300 peridimes, and you will get a special reward, and so on and so forth. This bundle over here, let's see what it is. I think this is the money one where you donate money. Yeah, so this is the money bundle. If you donate 5,000 peridimes, you will get a special reward, and so on. There's 5 different bundles for this. Over here is the food one. So for this one, you can donate different kind of cakes or single meals, gourmet meals, or even mushrooms. And each time you donate stuff, you will get a reward. Or each time you complete a bundle, I should say, you would get a reward. And over here, I believe this is the technology one. So like computers, computer chairs, stuff like that. Yeah, this is the technology one. So a computer chair, and a computer desk, and you'll get a reward. So that is the donations that are at the community center. Now, if you go over here, this is the museum, and it also is a donation spot. So you can either click to make a donation here, or you can actually travel to the museum by clicking visit, and you can donate within inside the museum. Now, the museum is completely empty as far as collectibles until you donate. So once I donate some items, I will just click the item I want to donate and click donate. As you can see, each time I donate an item, this progression bar fills up. So let's keep donating. And now that I have donated 5 items to the museum, I actually get 250 peridimes. So of course, I'm going to collect that. I do have one more item I can donate. So let's go ahead and donate that too. And now when I go to the museum in the morning, which the hours are from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., those items that I donated will be in the museum for us to view. Now, if an item has not been donated to the museum, it will not appear in the museum. And I really love that aspect of this game and the collecting system. It really gives you a reason to collect. But now that she is done collecting some stuff, let's go ahead and collect more items. that are here around the community center. I did see one mushroom there that I have her grabbing. And is there anything else? I don't see anything else, but let's go ahead and collect this. And let's go ahead to our donation box and go ahead and make a donation because I don't think I've donated this item yet. Nope, I haven't. So let's go ahead and donate it as well. And she's finally starting to get tired, but she still has a little bit of energy. But it is 3 o'clock in the morning. So let's go ahead and go home and let's go to sleep so we can end the day. So I can show you what that looks like. All right, she is back home and let's go ahead and just send her right to sleep. And there she goes. She's in bed asleep. Now, when everybody in your household goes to sleep, you will have a story card pop up. So let's go ahead and click on our story cards here. And you will be able to choose one of the 3 story cards every night. And for our first night, it wants us to actually pick a life goal. But as you can see, we could have had the option to have many plans for tomorrow or receive a surprise tax refund. But it does want us to pick a new life goal for Bella. So let's go ahead and do that. And you will see 3 different items popped up. Now we can step into romance. And that means we will gain a romantic interest for someone. We will increase friendship levels with someone you have a romantic interest for and have a first kiss. One of our life goals could be to have a big house, and that is to own a house worth 40,000 peridimes, own 1,000 worth of decorative items, or we can have a life goal of new family. We want to try for a baby, give birth, and buy a crib. So I think since this is our first life goal, I am going to go all the way back and click stepping into romance because we need a lover before we can have a baby. And I already have a house. So let's go ahead and just do stepping into romance. Now it does say that we do have a new goal. And of course, our goals are over here. And for our new goal, stepping into romance, we need to gain a romantic interest for someone. We need to increase friendship level with someone we have a romantic interest for. And we need to have our first kiss. As you can see, we don't have a romantic interest in anyone yet, but we can hopefully change that here today. I'm just going to go ahead and speed 3 through the night until she has enough energy for her to get up and go around town. Okay, Bella is awake and she is feeling a little stressed this morning. So let's see what's going on. She is feeling a little stressed, but also happy, uncomfortable, angry, inspired, and has low hygiene. So let's go ahead and fill some of her needs. First, she needs to use the toilet, and then she wants to take a shower. So let's do that. And after she is done doing that, I'm going to get her to cook her first meal. So let's go ahead and do some jam toast, and we'll make a single portion of that. As you can see down here, I did schedule the order I want her to do these tasks, but I could move them around if I wanted to. So let's say I wanted her to brush her teeth before she cooked a meal. I could move that around. So you do have that option. All right, she is done with her shower and she should be going downstairs to cook herself some breakfast. She is feeling happy, so let's see if we can't pick a reaction. She actually wants to level up her cooking skill by 2 levels. Let's go ahead and do that. When she is done cooking and eating, I do want to go around the world and find more collectibles because I want to go to the museum and show you guys how the donation process works when you donate an item and it appearing in the museum. As you can see, her food is not progressing, and that is because her needs are low. So there are times when your needs get frozen as well as your skill progression, and I really love that aspect of it. It just adds a little bit of realism to the game. As she is eating, let's go ahead and check out our newspaper. So in today's newspaper, it says the train broke down. It could never happen, they said. And there is a art piece that was left overnight by an anonymous artist. Check out while you can. And there is also a free yoga class in the community center today. So that will be awesome to check out. But before we leave home, let's go ahead and just eat our breakfast quickly. All of her needs are completely full except her energy surplus. So we might need to work on getting that filled. Come on, Bella. There we go. Now she's done eating. And I'm pretty sure I made her a slob, so she's not going to automatically clean up her plate unless we tell her to, but I'm just going to leave it there. She is going upstairs and she is brushing her teeth. As you can see in the mirror, like I said, this game is in early access, and this is probably a feature that will get updated in the future, but as you can see, her reflection is distorted, you know, kind of scary, but I'm sure they will fix that, and that's really no big deal. And when you zoom out, it's not bad. It's just when you get up close and in there. But anyways, let's go ahead and pick up some more collectibles. Here is one here right by our home. Let's see. Where else can I go to find collectibles? Ooh, there looks like something here. Ooh, there's some iron. Let's go grab that. There's some collectibles here. Is there anything else along this walkway? Ooh, there's some buried treasure. Let's get this. That's a good score. Anything else? Can we get on this beach area? We can, but there's nothing there. There's a mushroom here. Let's collect that. Anything else I can collect? I don't think so, but let me find where she's at. Okay, she's walking slowly but surely. She's getting to the dig spots. Let's go ahead and speed her up. She collected that iron. Where are you going? Oh, she's collecting the mushrooms. Okay. Now run across the street and dig up those digging spots. Oh, we need to hurry. The museum closes at 9. We found a liberty leading the people. Not sure what that is, but... Hurry up, hurry up. I'm not going to collect that last thing because I want her to be able to make it to the museum. Now, let me pause the game real quick. And is there a bus stop near us? There is. So let's go ahead and take the bus. It is going to cost us 3 peridimes, but we can afford that. And let's travel to the closest bus stop to the museum, which is right here. Now that we are here, we can actually visit the museum, and it is actually loading the lot. I love that it doesn't kick us out to a loading screen. It just loads it right here. And as you can see, here is the museum. So you have a little check-in area for your coats, and this is a place where you can change your outfit. There's, of course, some bathrooms here. And we have a little gift shop here, and you can actually purchase some of these items like this little beaver here and this mushroom. And we also have a donation box where we can make donations. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and donate this iron piece. We'll donate this painting. We'll donate this anchor and this quartz. And since we donated at least 10 items, we now get a free gift that we can claim, and it is a laptop. And it immediately goes into our inventory. So now when we go upstairs, you can see a lot of these boxes are empty still. But some of these boxes have the items we've actually collected so far in the game. And that is absolutely amazing to me. It's giving me like Animal Crossing vibes, and I absolutely love that. And you can, of course, go over here and view this art. So let's get her to come upstairs to do that. And she'll just take a look at it. It makes you feel like collecting is for a purpose, you know? So there's that. And is there any art up here? Oh yeah, we collected that special vase. It's upstairs. And where did it put our art? Maybe downstairs? Where is that art we donated? Nope, that's the office. I know we donated a piece of art. Oh, there it is. There's the art we donated. So yeah, I really love that aspect of actually collecting something and donating it to the museum and seeing it go on display. Now, if you do get duplicates of stuff, I could go ahead and just sell it. But before I just sell it, I want to make sure the community center doesn't need that item as well. So now that we have checked out the museum, let's go ahead and go downstairs. And I think I want to pick up this little mushroom guy for 50 peridime. Let's pick up August. You also can pick up these little purses and some puzzles. I believe those are snow globes and different cups. There's more puzzles. You can pick up all kinds of cool stuff. So I really like that too. It makes you feel like going to the museum is worthwhile. You can go to the gift shop, you can donate stuff, and I absolutely love it. Okay, we're done at the museum. So let's go to the community center here and let's see if we can't donate those mushrooms that I have in my inventory. If the community center doesn't need these mushrooms, I am going to sell them. So come on, Bella. Let's see if we need any of these mushrooms. It looks like I can donate the King Trumpet mushroom. So let's go ahead and donate that. And it will complete that one aspect of this mushroom bundle. But it didn't need this other mushroom. So I'm going to go ahead and just click the mushroom and click sell. And that will give me 20 peridimes. So we're definitely on our way. We're not in the riches yet, but we do have 208 peridimes. So that's something. We can at least feed ourselves. Ooh, who is this? Let's go ahead and click on Sebastian. Hey, Sebastian. She does want to find a romantic interest, and maybe this could be the guy. I'm not sure if he's single in the world or not, but we're going to try. Oh, she is so short. Oh my gosh. She looks like a kid or something, but she is an adult. Oh, I might need to change her height. That is so short. So they have been talking for some time and they filled up their little meter, and I can actually introduce myself as new in town, or introduce myself in a flirty manner, but there's only a 50% chance that it will be successful. But since she is a flirty para, I'm just going to give it a go, and we're going to click introduce yourself in a flirty manner. We are going to select our target, and that is going to be Sebastian, and you'll get this little wheel that pops up, and it was successful. Yay! And now it looks like we completed the discover the town goal because we collected 5 gems, mushrooms, or artifacts. We made a donation to the museum. We made a donation to the community center. We bought something at a shop, and we became acquaintances with 3 paras. So we can now claim this reward. And it actually leveled up Bella's personality. So if we go to our profile, you will now see a button that says level up. So let's go ahead and click that. And we can now choose a bonus personality for Bella. So we can choose bottomless stomach, and this will make the hunger need bar longer by 3 points. We can choose inspiring cook, which is cooked food has a inspiring bonus that gives a 1+ learning speed, or we can discuss food. So we will have new together cards that discuss food, making you progress in your food skill for 1 hour. So I think I don't want to do the bottomless stomach. I think I want to let's do the discussing food topics. I think that would be cute to add. It looks like she is playing her little game. I did notice when the game launched yesterday that the Paralives team actually did 3 collabs. One of them was with Among Us. And so there was the Among Us costume that was added. And I'm pretty sure we have a Among Us game added. Where's our apartment? That's not our apartment. Where's my home? Home is here. Okay. I just want to show you this. I'm not going to buy anything, but I do want to show you these new items. So the first collab was Among Us, and we have these cute little plushies that we can add to our game. You can, of course, change the color swatch of it, or you can choose different variations. Maybe you want one that's sitting up, or this little bone thing, or this. I don't play Among Us, so I don't know much about this game. It also gives us this cute little figure that we can put on our desks, and you can once again change the color swatch of it. And they do also have a Among Us game on the computer, which I will show you here in a little bit. They also collabed with Outbound, and with that collab, we got this little Outbound van. And finally, the last collab was, I can't remember who it was with, but we got these little body pillows. I'll have to look and see who the collab was with, and I'll put it on screen. But yeah, we got those little body pillows. So it's really nice that these 3 companies collabed with Paralives for the launch. And this was a free update, guys. Like, Paralives has pledged that there's not going to be any paid DLCs, and all the updates will be free. So that is amazing. But now I want to show you that we can play Among Us. We can play Boyfriend Dungeon. That was the other collab. And Dwarf Fortress, as well as Outbound. So that's amazing that they collabed with Paralives on this. Okay, it does look like we have some more collectibles here. Let's go ahead and collect them. And let's see, is there any collectibles in this area? No. Okay. Let's travel to a different part of the town. Let's go ahead and take the bus for 3 Peridimes. And I think I want to go to the observation area. Let me see where that is. Oh, there's a chest on the beach. I seen that. Okay, let's go to this bus stop over here. Make a little pit stop first. Here is an oyster here. Let's grab that. And let's go on the beach. And let's go ahead and collect this amethyst. And let's grab this chest over here, this crate. Come on, give Bella something good. She's getting her amethyst right now. There she goes. And let's get our crate. She is feeling happy, so let's see if we can't pick a reaction. She wants to become friends with Sebastian and flirt with Sebastian. Let's go ahead and flirt with him. I'm not sure where Sebastian went, but maybe we can find him. Okay, what's in this crate? Oh, I got this creepy little chair. It has hands on it. It has hands, elbows, knees, and toes. That's hilarious. I bet you that's worth some money. Yeah, we'll have to sell that when we get home. But what I wanted to do was to go to the observation area. So I'm just checking out the area here before we leave. Let's go back to the bus stop. And let's go to the observation area. So where is that? I'm still not used to where everything is, but I'm pretty sure it's right here. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to this bus stop. Here is a collectible here, so let's grab that. And let's start making our way to the top of the, I guess, mountain area. I'm just going to quickly look through here and see if there's any collectibles on our route. I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't see anything yet. Go here. And this path winds all the way up the mountain until we get to the top. And there's a collectible there. So let's go ahead and follow her up the mountain. There she goes. Oh, she's going off the path. She must have found a little shortcut. Okay. And here we are at the top of the mountain. So here we can check the community board again. So let's see if there's a different quest that we can do. Okay, so it looks like today's townie requests are Bright Investment. This para wants us to purchase a solar panel from the general store. I don't want to accept that. And this other person wants us to kick some shiitake. I think that's how you say it, mushrooms. Maybe we can do that if we can find some of those mushrooms. But yeah, this is the top of the mountain. And here you can actually look through these little binoculars and it will give you a nice view. And there we go. We're looking at the town. And then you can exit it. This one gives you a different view as well. So make sure you check both of them out. That is really cool that they add that. Oh, and I see some collectibles down there. You can take the zip line down. It is not a functional item as far as you're going to actually see your para zip line down, but it is a rabbit hole interaction that will take you from here to down there somewhere. So let's go ahead and use that. Use the zip line and it'll take us down there. There we go. You'll just get a black screen and you'll be down here. It's just a little quick way to fast travel from that top area. But let's go ahead, since we're here, let's see if there's any collectibles in this area. I don't see any. Yeah, I'm not seeing any collectibles. Okay. Well, since we're here by the museum, let's go ahead and make some donations. And let's donate some oysters, our amethyst, and this other mushroom. We only need one more donated item and we'll get our next reward. Let's go ahead and check out this area so we can see if we can't donate any more mushrooms that we have on hand. If not, I will sell everything else. I can actually donate this oyster mushroom, so let's go ahead and do that. So now we need to only donate one more mushroom, and that is the porcini mushroom. I think that's how you say it. And then we'll get a reward. So now I'm going to sell this mushroom so I don't forget that I don't need this anymore. Okay, now that we donated those items, it is a new day. It is 5 a.m. and we can actually click a new story today. So let's go ahead, a new page in your story. We can pick the Sun Pack, which is cards that will grant temporary buffs for 24 hours. We can pick the Moon Pack, which are cards that grant all sorts of bonuses. Or we can pick the Work Pack, cards that impact your career. Well, since she doesn't have a career, I don't want that. So let's go ahead and let's do the Sun Pack. Now, once you pick a pack, you cannot back out. So make sure it is the pack that you want. So for this Sun Pack, we can have a bountiless energy day. So Bella gets 10 plus max energy surplus for 24 hours and it replenishes right away. You can feel the call of romance. So Bella gets +3 flirty and +25% flirt success chances for 24 hours. Or you are in great shape, so Bella will get a +1 charisma, mind, physique, creativity for 24 hours. Since Bella is looking for love, of course, I am going to do that she feels the call of romance. So let's go ahead and click that. Over here in our goals, you can see that we are stepping up into romance still, and our new goal for our town member is to kick that shiitake, I think that's how you say it, mushroom. We are feeling flirty because of that new 24-hour buff, and we can actually pick a happy reaction, and that is to use all of our energy surplus. So let's go ahead and do that. She is getting low on energy and her bathroom. So let's go ahead and send her to her bathroom. We'll go ahead and use our bathroom and we will send her to bed. While she is coming upstairs, let's go ahead and check our newspaper. So it looks like the museum is expanding their collection. Mushrooms, gems, and artifacts are welcome. We can hop on a local bus for a faster commute. Yes, we know that. We were using it all day yesterday. And the astronomy club is meeting tonight in the Industrial District Park. And it looks like there will be free yoga classes today at the gym. So there are definitely some events to check out around the world. I'm not sure if we'll do those today, but maybe we can. Okay, come on, Bella. She's going to the bathroom and she is feeling flirty. So I think I'm going to skip sleeping and we're actually going to use our phone. And we are going to call a pair of folk and we are going to invite Sebastian over. He will be here soon. Okay. And she does have a want to actually flirt with Sebastian. So maybe we can do that. Oh, let's clean up our dirty plate before he gets here. Come on, Bella. Come downstairs. Clean that up. There we go. And is he downstairs? They do spawn outside. So let's go ahead and come down here and talk with him. Oh, there she is. And they're sitting out here talking. Their conversation bar is filling up. And so hopefully soon we will be able to choose a flirty interaction with Sebastian. All right. Our conversation bar is full. And she can share romantic weekend ideas, discuss food, or tell a long joke really fast. I think she is going to share romantic weekend ideas with Sebastian. I will need to send her to sleep here soon because her energy bar is getting a little bit low. But I want to see if I can't at least complete this want of being flirty with Sebastian in today's episode. All right, let's go ahead and choose our next conversation topic. She can express feeling lonely, ask to be left alone, or share an interesting dating story. Of course, we're going with the flirty one, and we want to share an interesting dating story. He is feeling embarrassed and I'm not sure why, but she's also feeling angry because she's tired. She is feeling uncomfortable because she has a low sleep need, but her happiness and her flirty are outweighing all of those other emotions. Okay, her conversation bar is full again. Ooh, there's something here. Romantic interest. Let's go ahead and click that. All right, we can pick another conversation topic. Give me something good. Oh, we could get intimate for the first time, but that has only a 27% success rate. So I don't want to do that. We can discuss food or say mean things about household member. We don't want to be mean. I want to go ahead and discuss food because that was a really low chance of success. As you can see, her food skill is not progressing because she does have low needs and she's feeling angry. So even though she's talking about food right now, which would progress her food skill, it's not progressing because of her low needs. We can pick another conversation topic. We can ask to be left alone. We can get intimate for the first time or motivate self about today. Let's go ahead and motivate self about today. And then I think we're going to go ahead and end the conversation because he is feeling very uncomfortable and she is starting to feel uncomfortable as well, even though she is flirty because her hunger and sleep needs are low. So let's go ahead and end this conversation. He can go home. And let's go inside our apartment and let's grab an energy bar. We'll eat that. That helped with our hunger. Ooh, and here's Sebastian. Where is he going? To my bedroom or to my bathroom? Let's go ahead and talk with him. Oh, he was going to my bathroom. No, let him go to the bathroom. Her hunger need is being ignored right now. Let's go ahead and talk with him one last time just to see if it goes well. She is getting really sleepy though. I made her stay up all night collecting collectibles, so it's understandable. Okay, her social meter is full and she can share a romantic weekend idea again, so let's go ahead and do that.
Skippy.
And what is their relationship looking like? So their acquaintance level is level 1 still, and their romantic level and their romantic interest is still level 1 as well. We don't know anything about Sebastian, so hopefully we can learn about him in future episodes. But she did go ahead and just quit talking to him and go right to sleep. Let's go ahead and ask him to leave, and we will go ahead and have her go to sleep. And with that, we are going to go ahead and end this episode. I really hope you enjoyed seeing Paralives. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and stay cozy.